Bismillah. Our preface for today is alcohol. Introduction. In chemistry, alcohol is an organic compound that carries at least one hydroxyl functional group bound to a saturated carbon atom. The term alcohol originally referred to the primary alcohol ethanol, which is used as a drug and is the main alcohol present in alcoholic beverages. An important class of alcohol, of which methanol and ethanol are the simplest member, include all compounds for which the general formula is CmH2n plus 1OH. History. Alcohol distillation possibly originated in the Indus Valley civilization as early as 2000 BCE. The people of India used an alcoholic drink called sora, made from fermented rice, barley, jaggery, and flowers of the Madhyaka tree. Alcohol distillation was known to Islamic chemists as early as the 8th century. The Arab chemist Al-Kindi unambiguously described the distillation of wine in the treatise titled as the Book of Chemistry, or of the chemistry of perfume and distillations. The Belgian physician, alchemist, polymath, and philosopher Razi is credited with discovery of alcohol. Systematic name. Yubac nomenclature is used in scientific publications and where precise identification of the substance is important, especially in cases where the relative complexity of the molecules doesn't make such a systematic name unwieldy. In naming simple alcohols, the name of the alkane chain loses the terminal e and added the suffix ol. Example, as in ethanol from alkane chain name ethan. When necessary, the position of hydroxyl group is indicated by a number between the alkane name and the ol. Propan when ol. For CH3 CH2 CH2OH. Propan 2ol for CH3 CHOH CH. If a higher priority group is present, such as aldehyde, ketone, or carboxylic acid, then the prefix hydroxy is used, such as in 1-hydroxy-2-propan CH3COCH2OH. Common name. In other less formal contexts, an alcohol is often called with the name of the corresponding alkyl group followed by the word alcohol. Example, methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol, propyl alcohol may be an propyl alcohol or isopropyl alcohol, depending on whether the hydroxyl group is bonded to the end or middle carbon on the straight carbon chain, as described under systematic naming. If another group on the molecules take the priority, the alcohol moiety is often indicated using the hydroxy prefix. Classification. Alcohols. are then classified into primary, secondary, and tertiary based upon the number of carbon atoms connected to a carbon atom that bears the hydroxyl functional group. The respective numeric shorthand 1, 2, and 3 are also sometimes used in informal settings. For primary alcohols have general formulas RCH2OH. The simplest primary alcohol is methanol CH3OH, for which R bond H. And the next is ethanol, for which R bond CH3, the methyl group. Secondary alcohol are those of the form RR, CHOH, the symbols of which is 2-propanol. For the tertiary alcohols, the general formula is R2, COH. The simplest example is tert-butanol, 2-methyl-propan, 2-ol, for which each R, and R2, is CH3. In this shorthand, R2 and R, and R2, represent substituent alkyl or other attached generally organic groups. Physical properties. In general, the hydroxyl group make alcohols polar. These groups can form hydrogen bond to one another and to most other compounds, owing to the presence of the polar OH. Alcohols are more water-soluble than simple hydrocarbons. Methanol, ethanol, and propanol are miscible in water. Butanol, with a 4-carbon chain, is moderately soluble because of hydrogen bonding. Alcohol tend to have higher boiling point than comparable hydrocarbon and ethers. The boiling point of alcohol ethanol is 78.29 Celsius compared to 69 Celsius of hydrocarbon hexane and 34.6 Celsius for diethyl ether. Occurrence in nature. Simple alcohols are found widely in nature. Ethanol is most prominent because it's the product of fermentation, a major energy producing pathway. The other simple alcohols are formed in only trace amount. More complex alcohol are pervasive, as manifested in sugar, some amino acid, and fatty acid. Applications. Alcohol have a long history of myriad uses. The following are most important industrial alcohols. Methanol, mainly for the production of formaldehyde and as a fuel additive. Ethanol, mainly for alcoholic beverages, fuel additive, solvent. 1-propanol, 1-butanol, and isobutyl alcohol for use as a solvent and precursor to solvents. C6 to C11 alcohols used for plasticizer. Example in polyvinyl chloride. Fatty alcohols C12 to C18, precursors to detergents. Methanol is the most common indicator alcohol with about 12 million tons in the year produced in 1980. The combined capacity of other alcohol is about the same, distributed roughly equally. Here was a picture of the alcohol health risk. Here we have short-term health risk. Excessive alcohol use has immediate effect that increase the risk of many harmful health conditions. These are most often the result of being drinking and include the following: injuries such as motor vehicle crashes, falls, drownings, and burns. Violence include homicide, suicide, sexual assault, and intimate partner violence. Alcohol poisoning, a medical emergency that results from high blood alcohol levels, miscarriage and stillbirth, or fetal alcohol spectrum disorders among pregnant women. Long-term health risk. Over time, excessive alcohol use can lead to the development of chronic disease and other serious problems, including high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke liver disease, and digestive problems. Cancer of the breast, mouth, throat, esophagus, liver, and colon. Weakening of the immune system, increasing the chances of getting sick, learning and memory problems, including dementia and poor school performance, mental health problems, including depression and anxiety, social problems, including lost productivity, family problems, and unemployment. Thank you for listening for our brief research of alcohol.